Hello again. This is just a very quick video. Yesterday was the spring equinox, um, which I celebrated along with other people involved in Druidry and also in the Fellowship of Isis, which is sort of an organisation that spans all kinds of earth-based spirituality. I just thought I'd make a quick video about this. It's very much represents a sort of moment when you're suspended in time at balance point, if you like, because it's equal day and equal night, roughly, not 100% exactly. That moment is called the equinox, where it's exactly equal. But the equinox, it sort of really marks the beginning of spring proper, which happens just after St. Patrick's Day, which, strangely, I think is not really an accident. No one really knows exactly when St. Patrick arrived in Ireland. His famous stunt at Slane, where he lit the fire, sort of usurping the age-old practices of the Druids, that happened at Easter, actually. But for some reason, his day is celebrated just before the equinox, which historically would be an important time, just like the solstices would be. So opposite this, you've got, which is known as the vernal equinox as well, quite often, you've got the autumn equinox, which is again exactly the same, a moment of balance between the night and day. So at the moment we've just entered into the sunny end of the year, I suppose, the bright half, the light half of this year. So I mean, the way the Celts used to view the year was, it started in the dark and generally regarded as beginning at what they called Samhain, which is November, beginning of November. So that's the beginning of the year, and the same thing happens with the day. The new day was regarded as starting when the sun went down, so when the night time began. So it's completely different from now. Now we regard the day as beginning when you get up in the morning, sort of when the sun comes up. So somewhat different. But the basic idea of this being an important time of marking sort of different parts of the year still exists now. It's a tradition here in Ireland that people start the garden after St. Patrick's Day, or on that day. So all this sort of, planting your vegetables and tidying everything up, that begins sort of around this time. Which kind of makes sense because, there's the winter time, you get a lot of storms and the weather's very unpredictable. So, I mean, we still can get some late storms even now, but they get less frequent. And hopefully, might be lucky, we might not get any more at all. But, it's got a symbolic meaning as well. It's a time for planting seeds, a time for reflection, and this balance has struck me very much, that we're in a time where there really is very little balance in the human world. Looking at how people are behaving, especially when you look on the internet, on social media, people just absolutely savaging each other, being hypercritical, being very aggressive. Usually over, very small things, almost nothing sometimes. And, maybe people need to step back a bit and look at what they're doing and think about, am I balanced? Am I being irrational? Am I overly emotional? Or, am I the opposite? Am I too logical and unemotional? And I think really for success in life, you need a combination of both aspects to yourself. And, you know, going forward into summertime, you know, if you can start all your projects that you want to do now that winter's coming to an end, you know, from a balanced place where you feel mentally in balance, it's probably going to go a lot better, I would say. Certainly from my own experience, being grounded tends to make things go better for me. So, you know, I think this weekend is a good time maybe just to stop and reflect and think about these things. Think about, you know, what we've all got planned for the coming year ahead. I know there's a lot of uncertainty because of lockdowns and all this kind of thing. But, you know, if you could be centered in yourself and grounded and feel that you are internally in balance, then it's more likely things are going to go well. So that's just something to think about. Okay, that's all I've got to say for today. Take care. Bye.